Decatur, Alabama. It's not a dead mall, but it's hanging on by its toenails. It's pretty much the parking lot. I'm not down on one end here, and I have found myself interested in these old malls because as an 80s kid, we lived at the mall. And there's a bunch of empty slots, but they also put up solid walls, rather decorative solid walls around here. There are a few stores that are still alive. They used to have a Sears, used to have a J.C. Penney. Take a look over here. Looks kind of like a jewelry store. No, that's way too big. That's the big store. That was a jewelry store. And an inside trick to jewelry stores at malls, you see 3 or 4 different brands. They're all owned by the same person. That's a little quiet trick. So that one recently shut down. But down here on this one end, they have a Belk, which I guess is like a JCPenney-esque store. And then this whole end is empty. But look how they filled the walls in. They actually professionally closed off sections they weren't using. I thought that was weird. And from my experience last time walking around inside a mall like this, they have security and they get their panties in a wad if you film. So I have to be able to hide this a little bit. Yeah, that was a jewelry store. Yeah, so when the security guy comes around, or the 2 security guys come around, I'm gonna hold the phone down. But there's Belk. I'm not familiar with that brand. Looks like a clothing store. Like kids stuff. But this is advertised locally as a walking mall. Carpets look nice. It's upkept. It's clean. But they did spend time and money covering all these walls where there should be open storefronts. But they only have a handful of them. So I guess they're expecting this situation to last a while. It's closed off. And that's a big, whatever that used to be. It's one of the few that's available to be rented. I'm in Decatur, Alabama, the one mall they have here in town. I'm watching for the security guy. There's 2 of them walking around here in fluorescent shirts. And I gotta hide when they poke up, because apparently they don't like it when you do this. So again, professional wall that put that up, that's solid. Same with that one. I don't see one. Maurice's is open, whatever store that is. I think it's a big girl store. And there's a place available to be rented, but notice there's just the one, and then solid walls. I don't know what a business decision that is, but it's one of my business's places. Advertised again, it's a walking mall. And there is a movie theater here. That's available. Another solid wall. I like old malls. I'm trying to find one that's completely closed. That's kind of my plan here. So every time I stop, I look for malls. There's a theater. I may go in there and see if I can find something to clean myself. Zales. Got one of those everywhere. Little inside trick. If you're ever at a mall and you see multiple jewelry stores across from each other, they're all owned by the same person. AMC. Got a nice ceiling. Haven't seen my security guys. This is my first walkthrough. And there is a little food place. Sells junk food. Again, solid. Oh, we got a shoe store. That was probably also a shoe store. That wasn't open 5 minutes ago. I'm just surprised they would spend the time, money, and energy to build these solid walls like this.
And you don't want to do the standard or the rack fabric here. So the standard is our basic fabric.
Based on the research I did, they had a Sears, which might have been there because they said they closed it off and demolished it. But look at all this fancy artwork and pictures. Get a little more space here. And that's the door I came in. Again, all professionally sealed off. Come back over here. At least they're playing 80s music, so that counts for something. What we got down here? Yeah. I'm gonna guess that was the Sears. They said they also had a J.C. Penney here at some point. But all this has been professionally closed off. It's half-assed air conditioned in here, but not really well. But it is clean, which is nice. Wow, my two security guys just disappeared. I saw both of them pretty quick when I walked in. Closed off, closed off. Oh, there's the restrooms, back there in the corner. Huh. Roxy Theater, 1960. Oh, excuse me, 1940s. Wow. Yeah, there's the restrooms. So there's all the cars you get in the parking lot, not much. I guess these people aren't open on Sundays. The nail studio and Clarence. So that's it. It's kind of a small setup here. Small mall. But I'm a little surprised they would spend the time, money, and energy to seal off sections like this where you couldn't rent these out if you wanted to. That to me is odd, but business decision. And I do believe this place is for sale. So there's my quick tour of the Decatur Mall here in Decatur, Alabama.